Okay, today's exercise is all about the deadlift, one of the best exercises for building all over body strength. You may wonder why I'm holding two breadsticks. I'll get to that in a moment, but first let's go through the basics of the exercise. First of all, your feet position. Feet need to be nice and comfortable, toes pointing forwards, feet shoulder width apart, if ever so slightly narrower than shoulder width, but again, nice comfortable position. Throughout the exercise, you're going to have all three major points of your foot in contact with the floor. That's your two wide front points and your heel. Throughout most of the exercise, the bulk of the weight transfer is going to be up through your heel. So once we've got our feet set in position, we're going to do a bit of a Romanian deadlift, and we're going to hinge ourselves at the hips as we come down towards the bar. Once we've hinged at the hips, we're then going to bend our knees and lower our arms down by the side of our legs towards the bar. From this point on, it's important to remember that we're not using our arms or our lower back to pull the bar up. The weight is going to be lifted from our quads, from our hamstrings, from our glutes, and we're going to drive up through our heels. We never want to be using our arms or our lower back to lift this weight. That's where we hurt ourselves. For the most part, I use an overhand grip with both hands until I start to go really heavy, sort of 70-80% of my 1 rep max. Then I'll start to use one overhand grip, one underhand grip. It just gives me a little bit more stability and a little bit more strength throughout the movement. But for now, a double overhand grip. We've got our feet set, got our hands over our bar, and we're going to push up through our heels as we come up. We bring the bar up, and although it's not dragging our shins and it's not dragging up past our knees and our thighs, we do want to keep the bar as close to our shins and as close to our thighs as we can throughout the movement. If you're wearing shorts, you just want to feel like the bar is brushing the shorts. Likewise, if you've got trousers on or leggings, you want to feel that it's just brushing your clothing all the way up. You don't want the bar to be too far forward, because then we lose the correct posture in our back. Very important to remember as well, in our last rep, we don't just drop the bar to the ground, we come down in a slow, deliberate movement, keeping that same technique all the way through the movement. So I said I'd explain the breadsticks. This is why we have the breadsticks. Once you've got yourself in that position, you've got your double overhand grip, you've got your legs in the right place, you've come down, you've gripped the bar, and you're just getting ready to drive up through your heels to the top position of the lift. But what I want you to do, I want you to engage your lats and I want you to engage your traps when you pick the bar up. So as you've got your hands over the bar, I want you to feel like you're snapping the bar. There's that motion going on. Obviously you're not going to snap the main bar, but there's that motion going on where you feel like you're snapping the bar. And as you do that, as you've got your hands on the bar and you bring your shoulder blades in, you engage your lats, you engage your traps, and there's a little, it's just a tiny movement as you pull them shoulder blades together, as you snap that breadstick, then you drive up through your heels. That makes sure that all your body is engaged, all the correct muscles are engaged, and again, you're not using your arms or your back to lift the weight, you're using the correct muscles for the movement. So come down, snap your breadstick, up you come. When you get to the top of the move, just lock your legs out. It's almost like a little hip thrust forward to really exaggerate the leg lock before you come back down again in a slow, controlled movement, ready to start your deadlift again.